fancy intro and everything.
Yeah, wow, I got a fancy intro. It's so cool. I paid for it on Fiverr. Anyway, hello! Sometimes there's good stuff on Fiverr.
No, there is.
Yeah, you just have to look very carefully. Anyway, hey there, gamers! Welcome. Welcome to D6 Tricks. I am your host, Alex. You might know me from Man on the Internet. This is a show where basically I do a whole lot of things tabletop related, and in this case, I like making theoretical game systems, and we're going to make one about those gosh darn meddling kids solving quirky mysteries with their quirky gang. Ignore the demons. The demons aren't real. If you ignore the demons, they can't hurt you. Joining me, we've got Atwas.
Hi, I'm Atwas. You might know me from things such as, also Man on the Internet occasionally, Internet Remix, and, I run Never Going Home on Crit Failsafe.
And we've also got Queen Crepes.
Hi, I streamed Solaris with Alex that one time.
We don't talk about the dark times.
Oh. I'm
Yeah.
curious.
I don't think these are old D6 if they have 7 on them. That's why it's a trick. You gotta think about tricks. Exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, this stream is going to be, like, relatively chill. It's going to be me brainstorming, throwing out ideas. If you in the chat or you here in the voice call with me have any ideas on how to build a system, feel free to shout them out, because I've got, like, vague ones. It's also going to be chill because I've got a sore throat today, so if I feel the need to call it early, I'm just gonna, and you can't stop me. Deal with it. I'm the streamer here. I have the record and stream stop buttons.
I have the hotkeys in OBS.
And also, hello, thank you for, I assume, the follow, because my OBS window is on a very tiny monitor and it's got a lot of other stuff on it.
Wow,
Yes,
Queen,
that was
you
a
literally
follow.
just followed.
I did.
You only just now
Yikes.
followed. Wow.
Wow.
I know.
Got another follow here, too. Wow, amazing. Alright.
Did it.
He did it. So, I've got a few scattered ideas right now. First is the title, which is the catchiest thing I could think of within 10 minutes before the stream. The Meddling Kids Maleficarum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is, yeah, basically the idea is it's a couple different systems that get built up on as the game or campaign rolls. So at first, it's just about the meddling kids, then ghosts start coming in, and then the demons are unleashed.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. So, the overall goal, basically, as the meddling kids, who are the player characters, you solve mysteries, and you try to find solutions that are mundane, like Old Man Munson was doing it to get oil from the land and scare everyone off. Because if you can't find a mundane solution, that means the solution probably involves demons. And if the demons get unleashed onto your town, by the truth of demons are behind it, bad stuff happens. And then,
Okay.
yeah. Now, my original idea for the demons was, oh sure, it sounds cartoony with the meddling kids, but what would be even funnier / creepier is if these were like the Exorcist style demons. The ones who are like, screaming obscenities at you, possessing all your loved ones, crawling all over the walls, causing things to burst into flame. I think it was on Dimension 20 where Brennan Lee Mulligan was playing a kid who's like, yeah, that's not what hell is. Hell's when your dad opens his ribcage and asks you to dance. Those kinds of demons.
Yes, I see.
Yeah. So,
God.
and then I put ghosts in between that because I think there should be like a step somewhere in between Scooby-Doo and The Exorcist. In terms of tone. Which is also a bonus of, hey, we could eliminate the demons part and run a kid-friendly game that's Scooby-Doo based instead, in case your group isn't down for having demons call out every single one of their failures. just in case.
Fair. Okay.
Right?
So I already have system questions for you because this is the way I think, I guess.
Cool.
So 3 But I will let you let you finish. I will hold my tongue. I'm just letting you know I already have questions.
Great. I relish the chance to get questions, because with questions we can hopefully build this into an actual system and not just a vague idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because everything starts with the meddling kids, that's the system I wanted to work on / discuss first. And also, fair warning, this is not technically a created from scratch system, because I played Brindlewood Bay once and I was like, I'm going to steal parts of this for the system.
Let's fucking go.
Let's
that was
go.
so fun.
Yeah. So, the idea for Meddling Kids is it's a 2d6 system, and at first I was thinking of, like, using 3 stats. I can go up to more, but I don't want to go higher than 5, because I don't want to track everything else. And the 3 stats I had in mind were, like, physical strength, smarts, and people skills, which generally encompass most of the skills you want in any tabletop RPG.
Yeah.
I have yet to think of clever names for them that are descriptive, because I don't think Zoinks quite gets across physical strength.
Zoinks is like, that's like your special 4th stat or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's like one of the ones that you, like, gain through gameplay somehow or some shit like that, and then you can use it.
Yeah,
or, like,
there are
a
actually
resource.
There are some resources I had in mind that are like that for Zoinks abilities.
Let's go.
So obviously the stats are going to be Zoinks, Jinkies, and Rutro. We'll see how long it takes me to get sued. Yeah, Jinkies would definitely be the smart stats. Rutro. And first initial idea for how those stats in terms of them work, assuming you get, assuming there are 3 stats, physical, smarts, and people skills, you get 2 points. Put the points into any of those skills. That is your bonus to rolls for that stat. Congratulations.
Okay.
And then after that, it's like standard, powered by the apocalypse. 6 or below is failure, 7 to 9 is success with a cost, and then 10 plus is a success.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you don't like the result, there's the demon dice that you can add to something.
Ho ho ho, let's go. Okay. Alright.
So, you roll the demon dice, and then you can add it to the result of what you rolled with your 2d6. But there is a catch, because you're playing with demons in order to open doors or talk to people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, if the demon dice is rolled and it is a success, then the DC threshold that every character has to avoid losing themselves to demons goes up by 1. So let's say you had to roll higher than 4 before to avoid being possessed by demons. Now you roll higher than 5. So that is success plus 1 zoinks. We did it! We found a use for zoinks and Rutro!
I can't fucking believe. Perfect.
However, if the demon dice fails, then that increases the Rutro meter, which is basically the difficulty to uncover this mystery with a plausible, mundane solution. Rutro!
I see.
These are obviously going to be legally distinct names.
Oh, naturally, of course. Don't even worry about it. Your ZDC, your ZDC.
Your ZDC.
Versus your RDC.
Yeah, this is the ZRD, the Zoinks reference document.
Oh my god.
So, Ragnar has an important question. Is the door in the hallway scenes a mechanic of this game as well? Like when you enter one door and go out another one during the chase scenes. Ooh. Yeah, that is a pretty vital part of Scooby-Doo. We should, how would that work as a mechanic? I see you're joking, but it is a pretty distinct part of Scooby-Doo that's in, like, every episode.
Does it have to be a mechanic, or can you make something along the lines of genre savviness and adhering to the genre something mechanical? So you do shit like that, you get, like, bonuses or points or something along those lines? Question mark? I don't know.
Another thing to steal from Brindlewood Bay. There were, like, those super detective moves that were named after detectives that let you do specific things. Like, I think in the test game I played, I had the one where it was like, if you're doing something insanely stupid and daring and physical, take 12 on the number. And one of those could be endless door chase or something like that.
Oh my god, Scooby-Doo tropes as those fucking custom moves. It's so good.
Yes. I was going to have, like, 2 different sets of custom moves, like, one for meddling kids, and then one for if you tap into the demons. So, obviously we're going to focus on Scoobs first, with the door chase.
Nice.
Now, I also technically made this to be meddling kids, mostly based on Scooby-Doo, but there are a lot of, like, copycats, like the Funky Phantom and Jabberjaw, so we can draw on those. And you know what is technically a show about meddling kids investigating the supernatural? Gravity Falls. So in theory, we could look at Gravity Falls stuff for inspiration too. Now, I'm not saying Bill Cipher is one of the demons, but However, I am saying that the Gravity Falls kids, in mechanics terms, would be doing real bad at finding mundane solutions.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's okay, he has a mustache, so it's legally distinct.
That's William Safair. Actually.
Precisely. Exactly.
So, Powered by the Apocalypse is a whole bunch of moves, none of which I can be bothered to remember, so basically, if anything has a chance of failure and falls under one of the stats, go ahead and roll that particular stat, except for the let's solve this mystery move, which is basically difficulty of the mystery plus number of clues gathered, minus number of clues gathered, is the DC you have to hit, plus the Rut-Row difficulty scale, with the caveat that in this particular one, if you have a theory about the mundane solution for the mystery, but it's wrong, in the case of, oh, you roll the dice and it's below the Rut-Row DC check, then something will very suddenly and very provably prove that theory wrong. Like, I think it was Old Man Higgins trying to look for oil. You hear a scream and find Old Man Higgins' dead body.
Oh.
He was dead the whole time.
He was dead the whole time. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I have that solve move be just put forth a theory and roll the dice to see if it's right, for a couple reasons. One, because I like the way Brindlewood Bay did that with a bunch of random clues, and two...
It's so nice.
It's so nice. And two, DMs, you know my pain. You know what it's like trying to set up a mystery for players to solve, and then they just stare at it. And then they just stare, and they're like, I don't get it. Can we talk to the guard? The guard is dead. Because there's usually one of two ways mysteries go in tabletop role-playing games. One, you cast Zone of Truth and figure it out.
Speak with dead, figure it out.
Speak with dead, figure it out. And two, or two, it's so convoluted that no one except the DM could ever figure this shit out. So,
Yep.
instead of having the pain of actually trying to solve a mystery, or it being simple stuff that anyone who watches an episode of Scooby-Doo could figure out, oh, the one guy in this episode who's not the Scooby Gang who looks like John Wilkes Booth and told them to go away was the villain, who would have guessed? So instead of dealing with that, just hand a bunch of random shit to the players and say, you figure it out.
It's so fucking cool, chat. Brindlewood Bay works like this, the Between works like this. You have your clues, and the more clues you can use to explain shit, the easier it is to solve. And it's like an open table discussion type stuff. You gotta like, you know, cram in your fucking like pinboard, whole Pepe Sylvia that shit, and just yeah, no, it's super fun, and honestly, I feel like it's one of the best ways to handle mysteries in a game like this, because, yeah, listen, as a player, I've never had a thought in my life. I may be a very smart and intelligible and well-read person. However, the instant you put me behind a desk or a microphone with a character sheet in front of me and some dice on the side, I've never had a single thought in my life. I can't read. I don't. Critical thinking does not exist for me. And or normal puzzles that would easily be a breeze just, you know, go completely beyond me, and I've never opened a door either. So yeah, no, definitely. This system for mystery solving is so fucking nice. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, you solved the mystery. What do you think, Smarts gives you a bonus for solving the mystery? No, it fucking doesn't. You look at Fred from Scooby-Doo and tell me if that man has an ounce of smarts in his body.
He makes up for it in so many things.
Mm-hmm. He's got a great ascot.
He's really into those. Never mind. I didn't watch the new series. I don't think I can make that joke. I heard it was pretty decent though, like the newer animated one.
Which newer series? Okay, here's your problem. There have been 3 that I could think of that would qualify as the newer animated series. Going from
you know
newer
what?
to yeah,
Okay.
going from newer to older. There is a Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, where he teams up with like celebrity guests of the week to solve mysteries. I think there was one where he teamed up with the Funky Phantom to solve the case of the ghost of Abraham
it's the
Lincoln.
Mystery Incorporated one.
Yeah, Mystery Incorporated is the
Incorporated
oldest one,
yeah.
and yes, that one is awesome. That one is great.
Yeah.
Might have also been a little bit of inspiration for this one.
That's the oldest one that came out in 2010.
Yeah?
Oh god.
Uh-huh.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's Scooby-Doo. You think...
Listen, man, I grew up watching this shit on Boomerang. Leave me alone. That's my
new
reference for
series.
oldest one.
They have a new series every 5 years. They got a new movie every 3. There is nothing that stops Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo teams up with Kiss in a
man.
recent ish one. Are you talking about a movie, or are you talking about Be Cool Scooby-Doo? Because I think there's both. And there was also Kiss in a previous movie before they officially teamed up with Kiss. And before Kiss had superpowers, which is canon to Scooby-Doo.
God.
Wow.
Oh, may I float something that would be incredible?
Yes.
Scooby-Doo movie directed by Sam Raimi.
Oh my god, yes.
It would be Chef's Kiss perfect, and you know, I feel like that's a demon vibe right there. It's the type of demons you want.
God. So back
Chat.
in the day on Cartoon Network, they did an inexplicable commercial for themselves, which was the Scooby-Doo gang in the Blair Witch Project.
Oh my god.
And it features, like, Shaggy at the end doing the Blair Witch stare into the corner move. I don't know why they did it. I don't think the Blair Witch was anywhere close to the target audience for Cartoon Network. And they were advertising themselves, too.
Honestly, the Unhinged shit is just the best crossover-wise. Oh, yes.
Listen. Mystery Incorporated, the series, is quality Scooby-Doo played straight. It is the best Scooby-Doo we'll get as a straight series.
Mm-hmm.
When you decide to make Scooby-Doo go batshit insane, that is also the best Scooby-Doo you'll ever get.
God. I have one more Scooby-Doo related question to ask. I know we're here for game design and all that, but what is your favorite Scooby-Doo movie? There are so many.
I grew up
Okay.
with Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase.
Once more, we somehow end up being the same person
Oh my
in our
God.
childhoods, I guess. Fuck.
Wow.
Because I really did stop myself from saying, what's your favorite Scooby-Doo movie and why is it Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, but you know, whatever. God. I did watch, like, a bunch of the older ones because aforementioned Boomerang, but still. God.
Nice.
Yeah, second to that was, I think Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island was my second favorite.
One of I think arguably like the best ones. So that shit was wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me it was Ghoul School, but I consistently remember like watching it, and I don't know whether it's because I had a VHS of it or if it was just always on TV, but I can't really remember watching any other Scooby-Doo film.
So one I remember, but one I remember watching a lot, but not liking, but watching a lot regardless, was Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm
What?
sorry. I'm so sorry. What the? So, I don't think you understand. Alex and I just, we both watched the same shit that like nobody else watched as kids. Pointing at you, the one other person who watched SWAT Cats that I know.
Yeah, I remember SWAT Cats. They just blew the hell out of everything.
It was fucking sick as hell. Anyway, my apologies for the outburst, but it just keeps happening. I need you to legally prove you and Alex aren't the same person. We have been in the same room once, at least once.
We have been in the same room multiple times.
We have sat on the same couch once, at least once.
At least once. yes.
Multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
We played a game of Brindlewood Bay together.
He did.
It was very fun. I'm so glad your grandmother had a fucking machete. God, yes.
Yes. I was like, all right. I decided to make this character so I could just yell, like when I was in Nom, at random kids, but then we decided to go full hog and just give her an actual gun and a machete. And I'm like, okay, this is the most badass grandma in the world.
Scaling the side of a fucking yacht in the middle of the goddamn night, only for Xander to be like, I don't think I've ever had had players do this before.
No one has ever tried infiltrating the yacht
Sneak
at
on the
night.
yacht. But yeah, true. Who can verify that? I don't know. It's just us talking. We could be in on it.
It's all one big conspiracy.
Anyway, game design is your passion, is it not?
Game design is my passion.
Is it also your burden?
It's also very much my burden.
Alright. Sorry
Right.
for the tangent.
It's all good. The one other aspect of like character creation I thought was like everyone gets to start with one of the moves or stunts that's based on Scooby-Doo tropes or Scooby-Doo look-alike tropes like the Funky Phantom and Speed Buggy or whatever. So my stunt is awesome van. You have an awesome van. I did it. The one other aspect of that was you can get more stunts at character creation from the demon stunt pile if you increase your Zoinks DC.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, it's basically your knowledge of how much you know about the demons. So if you start solving mysteries knowing a lot about the demons, then you'll be like, oh, it'll be easier for them to get to you, but you have more tools to fight against the demons. If you're not, you're like, It's basically the difference between being Dipper Pines and Mabel Pines. Mabel Pines has no freaking idea of what the demons are, and has a harder time getting caught up in their shenanigans. Don't at me with the end of Gravity Falls. I know what happens at the end of Gravity Falls. I know the Mabel discourse. I lived through the Mabel discourse.
It's okay. You're safe.
Whereas Dipper is immediately like, that's a zombie. That's definitely a zombie. No, it's not. It's my boyfriend.
So here's a question. So the demon. That's right. So the demon dice will not have an effect on the clue solving, correct? Or the zoink the
demon
DC
dice
does not have an effect on clue solving, right?
The demon dice does not have an effect on mystery solving. You can't use it for that. Because the demon dice is basically invoking minor demonic energies in order to get something done. And if you invoke demons when you're trying to solve a mystery and prove it's not the demons, that's going to be a problem.
Okay, sorry, I didn't phrase that in the way that I was into the form of the question I actually wanted to ask, which was, would increasing that demon DC fuck over the rest of the gang? Like, there's no shared role that uses that demon DC, right?
Everyone has their own Zoinks DC.
Okay.
So, like,
Okay.
Mabel would have a starting one of 3, Dipper would have a starting one of 5, or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, if you get possessed by demons, you'll definitely get to fuck over the gang, but it doesn't fuck over mystery solving as a whole, because the Rutro DC is the collective. The Zoinks is personal.
Right. Okay. Want it to be... Okay, cool.
Right.
I'm legally required to think about mechanics.
It's the law.
It is the law.
Cannot argue with the law.
Precisely.
Jabberjaw Ragnar is, I believe, the one you're thinking of.
Oh my god, I forgot about fucking Oh. Another Boomerang classic.
Okay, so, speaking of Jabberjaw, one of the episodes of Mystery Incorporated is a throwaway one that's not related to the main plot, but it's, basically Scooby animated in the old art style with modern animation techniques, alongside all the other, like, 70s animated mascot mystery-solving characters, as the rest of their gang gets turned into hamsters. So it's Scooby solving mysteries with the Funky Phantom, Jabberjaw, Speed Buggy, and Captain Caveman. Josie and the Pussycats did not have a mascot, so I guess they were excluded. So, theoretically speaking, there's nothing preventing your character in Meddling Kids Maleficarum from being a talking dog or the animated mascot. And there's nothing stopping a team of all animated mascots from being there.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank goodness you're here, giant walking air-breathing shark! We think there's ghosts! Did they bring in the Harlem Globetrotters? Yes. Yes, there is a Scooby-Doo episode with the Harlem Globetrotters in it.
I feel like there are multiple at least. I wonder... One simply must wonder, how many animated shows have the Harlem Globetrotters featured in? I can think of 2 off the top of my head, which is Scooby-Doo and Futurama, obviously.
Globetrotters. Animated. This is important to me. The Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island.
What?
A 1981 film where the Harlem Globetrotters help Gilligan and company get off the island.
Wait, they're not allowed to leave the island? I thought this was a lost situation. Hold on.
No, the Harlem Globetrotters got them off the island.
Batman, I remember that. Addams Family, I remember that. Don't remember the Cher one. I do feel like there was definitely a Scooby-Doo and the Beatles. There were multiple Three Stooges ones, if I recall correctly.
All right.
Yeah.
There were 3 new Scooby-Doo movies guest starring the Harlem Globetrotters. Globetrotters,
Oh
rather.
my god. Oh, that's so good.
They guest starred in The Simpsons. They guest starred in Futurama. They appeared in Little Nicky starring Adam Sandler.
Excuse me?
They appeared in the 2000 comedy, in quotes, because it's Adam Sandler, Little Nicky
Right.
with Adam Sandler. And one of the Demon Brothers causes them to lose. See, it all goes back to demons! It all goes back to demons!
It's always demons. Always demons.
It's always the demons. 3 members of the Globetrotters appeared in a 2012 episode of Will It Blend?
What?
They help him blend miniature basketballs, glitter dust, a whistle, and a bottle of Gatorade.
That's... Game design!
Game design.
design.
One more, though.
Okay, one more.
3 of them appeared in the Dog with a Blog episode, Cat with a Blog.
Oh my god.
God can't help you now.
It's nothing but demons all the way down. Game design.
Game design. All right.
Oh man, I real quick from the chat. Behold my mystery solver, Old Man Henderson, the rejected Harlem Globetrotter. Which better be some Old Man Call of Cthulhu Henderson bullshit, or so help me.
If it's not Old Man Henderson Call of Cthulhu, get out of my game. That's exactly the kind of shenanigans I want in my Scooby-Doo Fights the Demons game. It's Old Man Henderson.
I need at least 300 pages of backstory, single space, preferably from a typewriter, stat.
Yeah. Some of it must be in German. It's important that you do not
Correct.
speak German, and some of it must be in German.
Correct. Also, hi, first-time viewer. Welcome. We're having a great time designing a game.
We're working on some demons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, we got the bases of the meddling kids down. So,
Yes.
let's talk about ghosts. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Spooky.
Now, admittedly, the ghosts are the part I spent the least time thinking about, so... Whoopsie doodle. So, the ghosts, I decided would count as, like, they're actual ghosts, and not cases of, oh, it's Old Man Henderson in a bedsheet. Because Old Man Henderson is an old man. He's not, a ghost. Let me just pan up the screen real quick. We can see ghosts. Where is the hand tool? There's the hand tool. I did it. It's ghosts. Not a ghost yet. Yes. Alright, we gotta go kill Old Man Henderson.
Welp. It had to be done.
Well.
If you couldn't get that oil, he's getting these slugs.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Ghosts.
Alright. Ghosts. Ghosts, I figure, are the happy medium between demons and Old Man Henderson. Because ghosts may not want to just screw everything over. Ghosts you can interact with and help finish off unfinished business. Ghosts you can exercise. Ghosts are basically more developed characters to deal with, finish up whatever they want, get rid of them. They'll be like, we got rid of the ghost, and now everything's peaceful and there are no demons. So,
Always a plus.
always a plus. So while I haven't figured out the exact mechanics, there may not even be exact mechanics for, like, after you solve the mystery for something mundane, and, it turns out to be Old Man Henderson. The whole make a trap for Old Man Henderson and then catch him. I haven't figured out how that works. But for ghosts,
Okay.
it's more complicated. So off the top of my head, if you say, oh, a ghost did it, as an explanation for the haunting, that will lower the Rutro DC to make it so, because, okay, ghosts increase the plausibility of a bunch of weird, spooky shit, but it will make a ghost real, and increase some other bar, which I haven't named yet, which is how close demons are to breaking through into the real world. And also, you gotta deal with the ghost. Because, hey, your job is to solve mysteries and then stop mysteries, not just to say, you got ghosts, bye! Funky Phantom is best ghost, confirmed.
Yeah.
Can you play as a ghost? No. This is the one thing you cannot do in Meddling Kids. You cannot be ghost or demon. So ironically, Funky Phantom, the best of the Scooby-Doo ripoff. You cannot have a Funky Phantom.
Feels bad, man.
Feels real bad, man.
Well, you see, he's not actually a ghost, he's a poltergeist, so technically he's like the spiritual matter, but it's not like unfinished business, so like... Sorry, you already know that I'm the worst.
Yeah, we're all the worst here.
Okay.
So, ghosts here are more like Mystery Skulls than Scooby-Doo. I keep seeing Ragnar in chat because my chat box is very small, so if it seems like I'm answering you, specifically Ragnar, sorry, that's just what's popping up first. So, not knowing the Mystery Skulls lore top to bottom, sure? Ghosts have a range. They can be anywhere from, like, Casper the Friendly Ghost, to Haunted Mansion the movie with Eddie Murphy, to Phasmophobia, in terms of how the ghost is around you. Most ghosts... Yep. Sorry, go ahead.
And we all know how much you like Phasmophobia.
I love Phasmophobia. I definitely didn't play it for 10 minutes, never see a single ghost, and get so spooked I never picked it up again. That was definitely not me. I'm #1 Phasmophobia player in the world right here.
Finger on nose. God, you're
Truly
so
a
fucking
master.
valid.
Mm-hmm.
I hate playing horror games.
Saying they're the worst. I will watch videos of horror games any day, but like playing horror games, fuck that. Fuck no.
God.
Yeah.
Remind me to tell you about the time someone tricked me into playing Five Nights at Freddy's before it was popular. Anyway. I'm no
Anyway.
longer friends with them.
Alright, so, Ghost, again, I haven't thought super far about these mechanics, but ghosts are basically like the night phase of the Brindlewood Bay ripoffs. So, like, if there's a ghost, and it's confirmed, every action is inherently more dangerous, because ghosts break open the realm of the supernatural, and the supernatural can and will hurt you. They might not want to make you dead, but they can.
So, for those of you who've not played Brindlewood Bay, what that basically means is, during the night phase, you will take actions and you will, take risks and stuff like that. However, inherently, the consequences of said actions that you take, the consequences for failure, are much more dire. Like, during the quote-unquote day phase, your grandmother, your investigator, they're never gonna die, right? Like, bad shit'll happen, but it's never gonna get that bad. Night phase, though, all bets are off. Like, it's the game master's domain in that way. Far more consequences, far higher stakes.
Yep. Uh-oh, we're gonna kill Scooby-Doo. Or we could try to invoke the demon dice, which would probably also have its share of dangers during the night phase, so that'll be very fun.
As in, like, more effects positive and negative during night phase?
Probably. Like, I'm not sure what positive would be during night phase, but I do know that, like, demons more powerful than ghosts, generally speaking. we can brainstorm it later, because I have to hop off real quick. Entertain the chat, or I'll kill you, and you will be the ghost.
Oh.
Okay. See you in a little
God.
bit.
Oh fuck! All right. Sounds good.
Uh,
Oh God, entertainment. I've never entertained a living soul in my entire life. Living soul? What do I mean by that? I'm not a ghost.
I mean, I don't know, you seem very spirit-like when I met you.
It's pronounced cryptid. Thank you very much. Apparently. I'm glad that my cryptid status remains uncontested. Also, I really love that funky thing to be so cute. What the fuck? It's adorable.
I miss him. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna. So I had questions for Alex, but I'm gonna say a few of them here for chat to percolate on. I guess questions, suggestions, general statements that I would like some elucidation on. One, I think he maybe, I believe he obliquely mentioned some sort of a timetable or clock, which, curious about how that would go. Would it advance on failures or something like that? And then there's kind of the vibe of, okay, we have 3 distinct game phases, right? We have kids, ghosts, and then demons. I guess that would be my main thing, is how would you go about, we already talked a little bit about how we'd go about advancing to the demon phase, you know, enough demon dice, enough etc, etc. But I guess having like that general, what is the point from where we move to one phase to the other, and what is the resource that we use or track when it comes to moving between phases, because it really feels like in the Powered by the Apocalypse games that I've played, which for complete transparency have been 2 games, being Brindlewood Bay and The Between, it's there aren't really timed phases per se, or like there are distinct phases but not timed ones. So I guess Anyway. Oh, I'm sorry, I was just going off. How much of that did you hear?
Basically nothing about how there were just timed phases or not timed phases.
Okay. Oh, this was the Botanical Gardens experience. It was everybody like fucking around, having a good time and taking pictures. Me being a fucking cryptid, hat, mask, wearing all black in the blistering, damp St. Louis heat, looking at flowers and being like, ah, yes, plants. But like replace the A with one with the umlaut over it to evoke the moth lamp vibes.
Why?
That. Exactly.
Yeah. It was just like every time we were set to move on, we'd all be like, where did ours go?
9 times out of 10, I was, well, actually, 5 times out of 10, I was ahead. The other 5 times I was behind, but I got some sick pictures of very large turtles, so all is well.
Oh, you're valid.
Who doesn't wear all black? Exactly. I try not to play the weather card, but I live in a place where it is exceptionally sun is a deadly laser and also hot, and I wear all black plus sunscreen. Wear sunscreen, kiddos. Anyway, yeah, right. That's my tangent.
Wait, were you trying to modify my picture?
I put on the umlaut.
Oh, right.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
very important that we had an umlaut for the meme.
Thank you. Thank you for my life.
Beautiful.
All right. So, while I was away, I was struck with ideas for ghosts.
Yes.
All right. So, instead of there being 2 ways to deal with ghosts, which I thought there would be, there might be 3 ways to deal with ghosts.
3. Okay.
Yeah. Firstly, you could deal with their unfinished business. Usually, that's like, I just want to see a picture of my grandson one last time, or whatever. And when you manage to figure out what that is, might have to do another solve case to figure out what that is, and then show it to them. They're like, Thanks! Peace out! And they will ascend to the ghost realm. It's where ghosts go. Second, if you can't figure that out, or if the ghost is just an asshole whose unfinished business is, I want to kill everyone, then you're probably gonna have to do an exorcism, which will banish the ghost to the ghost realm. It's violent, it gets messy, it's very dangerous.
Could it lead to demons?
It could lead to demons. It could, because if an exorcism goes wrong, the ghost could become demon.
Okay.
Or you could bust the ghosts. You could be unafraid of any ghosts and put them in a legally distinct proton pack trap to put them in a little ghost container. Bustin' makes us feel good.
Feel good.
Yeah, because that will trap the ghost, and you can later have that ghost be a later problem. Or, if things get very dire, release the ghost to fight the demons.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Yeah. Is the lack of fear of beds a requirement or just advised? You can not fear beds, but there's one bed it's okay to fear, and that is Deathbed, the bed that eats people. This is an actual movie.
I am not. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised.
It
Not after
involves
that one
demons.
fucking not after. I'm no longer surprised by any movie after the glory that was Santa with muscles.
Santa with muscles is the greatest movie.
God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's one of the major things I miss about Fallen Empires is how fucking unhinged every pre-show was after doing 100+ of them.
Listen, man, there's always something to talk about in the pre-shows.
It's either how us and Alex talk about random Disney park shit or just the most cursed nonsense.
Yeah. Anyway, Deathbed, the bed that eats people. Unfortunately, just called Deathbed, the bed that eats. People's not in the title, which is really sad. I have the plot summary here on Wikipedia, so we can all go through Deathbed, the bed that eats, together.
Thank you.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I said this was a chill stream. Sometimes we talk game design, sometimes we talk about Deathbed, the bed that eats.
Okay.
Long ago, a demon fell in love with a woman and conjured up a bed on which to make love with her. The woman died during the act, and in his grief, the demon wept tears of blood, which fell on the bed and caused it to come to life. While the demon rests, the bed's evil is contained. But once every 10 years, the demon wakes, giving the bed the power to physically eat human beings. Only one man, an artist identified as Audrey Beardsley, was spared, as the bed condemned him to immortality behind a painting, where he must forever witness the bed's taking victims. The bed passed from owner to owner until the present day. Breakfast! This is kind of an anthology movie about the deathbed eating people. A young couple trespass into the building and discover the bed. They make love on the bed, and the bed devours them. The artist mocks the bed for its stupidity. Enraged, the bed telekinetically destroys most of the house, except for the room it is in. Lunch. 3 women discover the now destroyed house. The bed eats one of the young women, but reacts to one of the other women by bleeding in agony. The artist realizes the bed reacts with pain because the woman she resembles, its mother. The woman whose death caused the bed's creation, clarifies Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. That actually was a legitimate question there. Okay, thank you.
Elsewhere, the brother of one of the women goes looking for her. Dinner! One of the 2 remaining women sleeps on the bed. She wakes as the bed begins eating her, but as she tries to escape, the bed snares her in its sheets and drags her back to be eaten. The last woman unsuccessfully tries to save her. The brother locates the surviving woman, only to have the bed trap them both. The brother attempts to rescue the previously eating woman, only to have his hands eaten to the bone by the bed. Just desserts. The demon that created the bed falls asleep, which renders the bed powerless and allows the artist to communicate with the woman. The artist describes a ritual that will destroy the bed. The woman carries out the ritual, which teleports the bed out of the room and revives the bed's real mother, but at the cost of killing the surviving woman. The bed's mother completes the ritual by having sex with the brother, causing the bed to burst into flames and die, allowing the artist to finally pass on. And that's the story of Deathbed, the bed that eats people.
Man,
Right.
that was the weirdest fanfiction of Psycho that I've ever heard, but
Yeah.
like, okay.
So notably, Wikipedia isn't saying anywhere what the budget of Deathbed, the bed that eats people, is.
Excuse me? A travesty?
Yeah. So, the distributor offered to pay Barry $1,000 for a VHS release if he could supply them with a print of the film, complete with credits. Barry, unable to afford the $3,000 the credits would have cost, declined, and the print was sent back to him.
Oh my
So-
god.
So less than $3,000. Anyway, that's the story of the demon bed that eats people.
Oh, that's so good.
Alright, so I'm gonna put that in as the sample mystery to solve in the Meddling Kids Maleficarum core rulebook. Available at your local game store for $20.
Print on demand at drive-thru RPG. Please include my shitty Minecraft demon bed sketch, thank you.
Absolutely.
For the low price of free, I will alter it to be a demon grandpa's cursed bed from Stardew Valley instead.
Nice! Let's do it!
We shake hands through the fucking medium of the internet. Yes, very good, wonderful.
I am looking it up now. The grandpa what the fuck?
Oh, you weren't aware of how cursed
No!
grandpa's bed?
No! What is this?
It's hold on, let me pull something up to share with the class.
What the fuck?
Welcome to the awareness, Alex. It's Stuck's here.
Why is that letter perfectly aligned, but nothing else is? What is the lump that is next to grandfather?
My favorite thing is how there are a number of popular mods on Nexus just to fix Grandpa's shitty fucking bed.
Oh, yeah! I've seen many of those. They're
All right, class. I'm putting it in Twitch chat for you.
Oh my god!
Wait, alignment chart? Send it to me right fucking now, please.
There's an
I'm
alignment
begging
chart
you.
for the
I'm
bed?
begging you.
Yeah?
Onyx, I am. Please, I require it deep within my bones so I can specifically share it with everyone here and we can all tag ourselves as the worst. Go dig!
Bed.
Go dig!
Alignment chart. This is the most important thing. You're gonna see my cropped roast.
Eric Brony wanted to curse the game forever with Grandpa's bed. You know.
I found one.
Oh,
As soon as these
There are
pop-ups will
multiple.
stop.
there are multiple. That makes me. Oh.
Okay, so lawful good. Grandpa's bed. Better introduction for content patcher. Looks like a regular intro. Decent bed for Grandpa. Just a thicker mattress, okay? Chaotic good.
This is what Onyx sent me. It's the same thing, I think.
Okay. Chaotic good. Grandpa's bed is the envelope.
The envelope is the bed.
Oh, neutral. Grandpa's bed.
Envelope on the ground.
True neutral is the bed. Chaotic neutral playing ping pong on Grandpa's bed. Lawful evil, worst dying grandpa, there is no bed.
No bed.
Neutral evil, slightly worse grandpa bed. Chaotic evil grandpa is the bed.
It's your turn to entertain people. I need to get some fucking water. I'll be right
Okay.
back. Fuck.
Tag yourself, I'm slightly worse grandpa bed.
Tag yourself on ping pong. Okay, be right back.
Okay.
Really is the choice, isn't it?
Listen. This is the choices we have to make. What type of grandpa bed are you?
I am the bed.
Oh, so you're chaotic evil then.
Yes.
I can't believe Queen Creeps is grandpa.
How did you not realize until now?
We were in the same room. How did you disguise it?
I have been expressing all day my love for Scrooge McDuck. How did you not get the inkling that I was a tad bit older than I was letting on?
Listen, I assume a lot of things based on your choice of hundreds of husbands. When Scrooge McDuck was one of them, I didn't bat an eye. I did not think there was a line from Scrooge McDuck to I want to fuck Scrooge McDuck to I am the grandpa from Stardew Valley.
Well, you've learned a lesson today.
I certainly have.
Oh, chat agrees. Scrooge is best.
Don't bring Scrooge McDuck into this chat. This is between me and Grandpa, okay?
I highly encourage Scrooge McDuck coming in here. He can be the ghost. He dies at 100, apparently, according to the law.
But he's got the Fountain of Youth, doesn't he?
Does he?
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure he stole the Fountain of Youth in at least one continuity.
Oh. I heard in one comic he died at 100. I'm not very well versed on DuckTales lore.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I don't think that would be one Disney officially acknowledged with, because I don't think Disney wants to ever say, oh, it's okay, this character will die of old age.
Yeah.
Yeah. J.K. Lantern saying that both of us are right. He does canonically get the Fountain of Youth in at least one continuity, and he also does die at about 100.
What a tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can live forever in the valley.
Being worse than Tom Nook.
How dare you, but you're valid.
Mm-hmm.
I got into level 9 happiness because I couldn't find any emeralds at Aquamarine anywhere.
They're at the beach.
I know they're at the beach. It took me an hour to find it.
Get good.
He didn't even need to be there.
Yeah. Is Disney Dreamlight Valley good? Asked Sleepy. I like it. I like it so far. It's early access, so there are definitely glitches. I've been sent into space multiple times. But at the core, it's a pretty good Animal Crossing-like.
Yes. For it being early access, there's a lot of content in it.
Mm-hmm. I think they're coming out with an update with Scar in it sometime this fall, so that should be fun.
Mm-hmm. Ugh, who likes Scar?
Me.
Yeah, valid.
Oh, so I'm not valid with Scar, but you're valid for wanting to fuck Scrooge McDuck, huh? Is that what I'm hearing from you?
Yes! Yes, because it's beautiful poetry. Fuck the duck.
Oh, God. I hate you and your rhymes.
That is the most disgusted I've ever heard you.
Oh, God. Everyone wants to bang Scrooge No! Not everyone wants to bang Scrooge McDuck! I do not want to fuck Scrooge McDuck!
That's why he's dead. Because he got all the duck pussy.
Thanks. Thanks so much. Now you've got me thinking about Scrooge McDuck's corkscrew dick.
Well, actually, the game implies he's aromantic, because I mentioned, yeah, I'll help you, Scrooge. We can make this a romantic picnic. And he's like, well, I'm not really a lovebird, but if you want to get that for your customers, then fair enough.
Scrooge McDuck loves no one. Scrooge McDuck loves only money and screwing people over.
Yeah. Exactly. I was rewatching Mickey's Christmas Carol, which is precisely just that. Is there D&D Discords where you can look for campaign? There are quite a few.
Plenty.
Yeah, the Crit Crab one's a very good one, I found.
Yeah, almost any major D&D Discord will have a looking for group section. They're not super hard to find, so good luck looking for them, yeah.
What the
Also, yeah, definitely every single canon, he definitely had a hate-sex relationship with Goldie O'Gilt.
Oh, which one was Goldie again? Hang on.
The rival adventurer lady who was like Catwoman to his stealing things, Batman.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Insufferable in the reboot series.
I've heard. As soon as I saw the character, I'm like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got a character wrong in a reboot series, DuckTales of all ones, which is a good reboot, then you fucked up.
Yeah, every other character in the reboot is great and amazingly pulled off, except for Goldie O'Gilt.
What a tragedy. Still waiting on my Darkwing Duck reboot.
Give us the Darkwing Duck. Give us Darkwing Duck or we riot.
When there's trouble, you call DW.
Where did you find the Okidi, Alex? Nord Games, Ultimate Bestiary, Revenge of the Horde. I will write that down in chat because that's a lot of words, and sometimes people don't hear good.
I just hear.
Yeah. I don't hear.
But you can hear me.
What?
I said you can hear me.
What?
I'm pretty sure you're hearing me.
Huh?
Heh.
Huh?
Honk. Alright, first time trying to draw a duck. Let's go. This is the ghost of the first game that we will play. He'll be called Blooge McSpuck.
And for the After Hours version, he will be called Splooge McFuck.
Fuck yeah, he will.
Oh, I came back at the right time,
Yeah,
didn't I?
you did!
Anyway, sorry for the delay. I had to go return some videotapes. But we're back now. And fun fact, I've never seen American Psycho in my life. It's on the list.
Nice.
I see. You blockbuster No.
Fun fact, first clip on this channel. Thank you. I don't know if people prefer Clover or Halo. Please inform me in chat. But thank you for informing me of that. That's very important. Excellent.
Yeah. No one wants to bang him. No one.
Oh, did you answer the Okita question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, this sure is a chat. Alright. Huh. Anyway. Game design.
Anyway, game design. We talked to DuckTales, we talked a whole bunch of other things. Okiti, lovely Okiti. They're a great take on a rat people race that is more than just they steal and are stinky. They have like actual culture behind them. Wow.
Okiti. I love them so much.
So good. Alright. So I think we're just drawing Bluge McSpunk here.
Okay.
I'm trying my best.
Well, in that case, I will ask what I was going to ask you, and so it seems like at least you were going for the vibe of having 3 distinct phases, right?
Yes.
So it's like the you have to put it in sort of general comparison terms, kids phase, which would be like your day phase, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ghost phase, which would be your night phase.
Yeah.
And then demons phase, which would be your like night S plus midnight after hours phase.
Yes.
Were you, and I think you mentioned something about having like a timer or a clock of some sort, question mark? Did you have any ideas of how that would advance or how that would go in terms of moving from phase to phase, or?
So, my idea was that, like, if there are some total failures in terms of solving a mystery, like if you continue to fail to have mysteries solved, then like a demon clock advances. Or if there's like a 6+ total failure, even after the demon dice, or 6+ total failure in general, then the demon clock advances. And once it reaches, let's say 10 as an arbitrary number, just for the sake of I haven't playtested any of this and this is just brainstorming ideas.
Yeah.
That's when, like, the equivalent of Weird Mageddon happens and demons are out there and very public, and there is no way the meddling kids can say, there's no demons, it's Old Man Higgins in a suit.
Okay.
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 So there is indeed a lose condition.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. All right.
Love that.
The lose condition is demons.
Diamonds.
Okay. I feel like I had another question about ghost phase stuff. Let me percolate it on for a second.
Right?
Is it more... So I know we have, like, unfinished business, exorcism, the bustin' aspect. Do we completely throw away, like, we still use the clues that we found in the previous phase, correct?
Again, the ghost is the thing that I put the least amount of thought into before this stream. So...
Well, sorry, Sweaty, you're thinking now.
Well, now I'm thinking, wow, now I have people to question my decision, so I have to think of an answer. So, basically, I would say it kind of depends. Like, if the clues would have nothing to do with the ghost's unfinished business, then they cannot be used to solve the unfinished business, strategy. So, like, if you interpret one of the clues as, oh, these are tax papers, and the ghost's unfinished business is, I want to see my grandson again, and the grandson had nothing to do with tax, then you can't use tax papers to, like, make it easier to unfinished business solve the ghost's problems.
Okay, so would that be along the lines of clues that you attempted to use in the solve the mystery move that resulted in the ghost appearing were not able to be used? Or is it along the lines of, Well, okay, here's the question. Do you, the royal you as the game master, do you determine ahead of time what the unfinished business is, or is this another situation of solving the mystery where the players try to ascertain both what the unsolved business is and also how to solve it?
So,
If that makes sense.
I think this is another case of the players have to determine unfinished business, because determining ahead of time and making it very obtuse seems like a demon thing to do, because that's very dickish to pull on the players. And I want the various methods of trying to get rid of a ghost to all have their different drawbacks. So, exorcism has the chance of making demons. Bustin is the most physically demanding, and can have ghosts later mad at you the longer you keep them. Unfinished business has just like the highest DC in order to do it. So go get more clues, idiot, while a ghost is fucking with you, is what unfinished business is.
Okay. Alright. Okay. I guess in that case it sort of makes me go back to my previous one where clues that you attempted to use previously that resulted in the ghost apparating or appearing, are those no longer able to be used then, or?
They can be used, however the criteria is stricter for them.
Okay.
So like, let's say for example, the clues that got you the ghost appearing were tax papers, a fish, and then a broken vase. So the fish could have absolutely nothing to do with what the ghost's unfinished business is. So you have to theorize very hard to figure out what the unfinished business is. And like, if something isn't making sense, then you cannot use that clue for the DC.
Okay. I'm gonna go off, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to elucidate a little bit for our friends.
Yes.
So, in Brindlewood Bay and the Between, when you have clues that you're using to lower the DC of that move to solve the mystery, you can either use those clues as part of the solution and what's going on, or you can explain them away and say, oh, this is, actually a coincidence that there was a fish on the scene, or so on and so forth. And as long as you either explain the clue away or use it as part of the mystery, it still counts towards lowering the DC. So if I'm interpreting you correctly, Alex, it would be you cannot explain away clues.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
You cannot explain away clues, because the ghost does not care if something's a red herring, because it would have nothing to do with their unfinished business.
I see. Okay. All right. That's cool.
Yeah. I want to see my husband again. We found this fish and it's a red herring. Does it have anything to do with my husband? No. Fuck you.
That's cool. I like that a lot. This sort of like incrementally. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So it increases the pressure to both find more clues while the ghost is messing with you, and find plausible reasons the ghost would care about them. So, you've also got to get to know the ghost now that you've summoned it. For all intents and purposes. Or you could try busting, because it makes you feel good.
God, you're so right. I think those were the main questions. No. Here's another question that just came to me. So, you have some tropes that you can use for the kids, and you have some from the demons aspect. are there ones for the ghost aspect?
I would say once
Specifically?
a ghost gets involved,
Mm-hmm.
the GM can use certain moves. Like,
Mm-hmm.
failure, like on a failure or on a success to the cost, the ghost can use some moves to continue to haunt the place and make things more difficult for
Okay.
the meddling kids.
All right. Okay. And then my follow-up question, which might segue to where you're wanting to go, is there a feasible way, or is it possible for the ghost phase to be skipped entirely?
Yes.
Ooh.
If you have a mundane solution that calls for it's Old Man Higgins, rather than it's the ghost of Old Man Higgins, then if that is correct, you can move on to, all right, gang, let's assemble a trap. It's a wacky Scooby-Doo hijinks. You're not in danger of like dying or anything, but things can go wrong for the sake of like it being a comedy series. But Old Man Higgins will get captured. That skips the ghost phase. That's the best outcome because there's no ghost and there's no demons.
Gotcha. Okay. Is there a way to skip it through failure as well?
Yes. If you do, let's say, arbitrary number for the sake of having an arbitrary number, because this isn't play tested, if there are somehow 3 failed mystery solving rolls to try and come up with a mundane solution, then the only real solution is demons, and it goes straight to there without it being ghosts.
Let's
Yeah.
fucking go. Alright. Fucking cool. Excellent. That's what I wanted to know. I think that is the end of my font of questions. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't think I understand the rules. Unfortunately, you came in like an hour and a half in, so we haven't
Yeah.
done... so you haven't seen all the
Okay.
rules. But basically...
I'll type at them in chat.
Yeah, for sure. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and save this picture real quick.
Okay.
With a little badoop badoop noise to indicate that I did it. Thanks, desktop audio. I thought I muted you, but I guess I didn't.
Hey.
Also, it's very important that we include Splooge McFuck in the official rulebook.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah. Can't omit the number 1.
Alright. So, the demon phase is more complicated. So, that is, however, by design. Because the demon phase is designed to have multiple ways to screw over those meddling kids. It's also designed that way with meddling kids, ghosts, and demon stages so that you can take just meddling kids or just meddling kids and ghosts if you don't want to run like a dark, mature type of game.
Okay.
So,
what would you class as a demon, like, appearance-wise?
So, the demons were inspired by me watching a playthrough of The Mortuary Assistant. So,
Ooh, I've heard good things
Ooh.
about that.
yeah, horrifying, stretched out, sometimes skinless dudes staring at you with blackened sclera, or like stretched out, pale, ratty, long, red, black hair women. The thing with demons is, in the lore of Meddling Kids Maleficarum, they do not have physical bodies, but they will take and they will morph the bodies of others.
Oh, yes!
Mm-hmm.
Feed this into my mouth.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So, basically, when the demon counter is too high, or when you have absolutely bungled a mystery-solving thing, a demon will possess one of the characters. It's usually an NPC, but if there's a demon around, they might try to possess a PC. In mechanics terms, if you have 3 failures on a mystery, or if you want to try to reduce the demon clock, you can have a demon be present during the solving of the next mystery. And that gives a whole lot of options for the game master to mess with you.
Nice. Oh, I see. Okay.
So, also based on the mortuary assistant and one aspect of it, there are 3 basic types of demon based on what they want and what they do. All of it is some variety of, fuck you, I want to ruin everything about humanity. So,
I see.
yeah, the first type of demon is the Hellfire demon. That's the demon that's like, everything burns, make sure there's nothing left, destroy, fuck you, I'll kill you, that type of demon.
Yeah.
Then there is the Sin demon, which that's more focused on, I want to corrupt the souls of mortals. I want them to lose themselves to wrath, to vanity, to greed, to lust, to everything.
Yeah.
I want to make them awful, awful people. I want the world to be as awful as I am.
Oh, I love that. It's beautiful.
And then, last but not least, are the Waste demons. Which, they are basically sort of a mix between Hellfire and Sin, in that they want to basically not cause total destruction, but destruction of the soul, making something charred, black, empty, lifeless. So, like, they would turn a beautiful garden into a desert. They turn someone into a lifeless husk, near comatose, with no joy or happiness in their life. They basically hate fun, they hate goodness, they want everything to be worthless and desolate.
Wow.
Demons do not like you.
But what about... No.
No. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that Kit Sullivan up in the corner right there?
Correct. There was a one-shot that we ran, like, chemistry one-shot, and there was a house, and all sorts of, like, weird cult shit written up on the walls, all sorts of insignia, things in blood, etc., etc. Kit looked at Sunil, Sunil looked at Kit, and they just go, demons. It's always demons.
Always
so yes, demons. Either demons or cultists, but in this case, demons.
Demons.
But yes. Okay.
Okay. So, the one good thing about demons is that, with the demon stunts that we mentioned way back in the Meddling Kids, you have options that can help fight them off. So, if you have a stunt that relates to a Hellfire demon, you can, like, summon up fire to destroy an obstacle, or to, like, fight off somebody, or usually kill them because it's Hellfire. So, that's an option. It can work to help fight off demons if they get close. The bad
Okay.
part about those stunts, because there's always bad stuff when demons are involved,
Oh, fuck yeah.
is that if you use them too much, and it fails, very bad things happen to you and to people around you.
Oh, say more right now.
So, like, this was inspired by the Helm from Betrayal Legacy. Spoilers for Betrayal Legacy, if anyone cares about that game, I played halfway through it and then my game group was not great, so I abandoned it. But basically, the Helm gives you all sorts of powers you can invoke on rolling things. You just mark off and get, like, you get a +1 to might rolls. And then there's a second stage where you mark, everyone gets a +1 to might rolls. And then you mark off the third stage, which will give you a big bonus, and then a big penalty. So, like, every time you want to use the, like, throw fireball stunt, You use that, it automatically gives you a bonus, and then you can use it again. But the third time you use it, then something important to you is going to burn.
Oh, you know me. We love that shit. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
That
what
shit
are you giving up, baby? Woo!
Another one of the main things demons do, if they are in an investigation, is they try to possess you. So that is the Zoinks DC, where that comes in.
Okay.
So, in certain circumstances, if you find a demon, it's gonna want your body. Because, the damage that a demon can do with a demon investigator's body. And if you succeed and get over the Zoinks DC, you're fine. If you're not, your character becomes my character.
No, but I like my character.
So does the demon.
Can demons possess more than one character at a time? Because at the beginning you were like, yes, if the demon appears, a character is possessed. So with the other one, it kind of implies that it could jump or multiple possession, question mark? I don't know.
The demon can jump. There may be other demons piggybacking on it, because in the Mortuary Assistant, there's like the major demon that you have to figure out what it is and then exercise it, and then there's lesser demons who are helping it. So,
Full-on Legion situation, I got you.
full-on Legion situation. They're like
Go.
bumming a ride in the... Yeah. They're sitting on the passenger side of the best friend's ride trying to holler at you, the demons.
I see.
God, that is going to date me so much.
It's okay. As if you weren't already dated by saying your previous fucking SWAT cats. Scooby-Doo
SWAT
movie
cats method and
nonsense.
growing up with the cyber
God.
chase. Yeah.
Not even cyber chase, fucking reluctant werewolf nonsense.
And the reluctant werewolf, oh my god.
That way older than cyber chase, but you know.
Now, to be fair, I think that one was a carryover from my mom, because my mom grew up with the original Scooby-Doo, loved the absolute shit out of it. So, thus I grew up with Scooby-Doo, loved the absolute shit out of it. I believe when they got a new color TV and the Olympics were on, Mom wanted to watch Scooby-Doo instead, so that's what they watched way back in the day. I'm scrolling back up through the chat, seeing a question about the Okidi from Fallen Empires. This is not the demons, but I can answer this. My source is I made it the fuck up.
And it's fucking great, and me being like, could you spell that for the notes, please? Thank you.
Yeah, what
Which
made you add the Okidi?
did-
Because I liked the idea of the rat men with an actual culture beyond rats are stinky. Where'd I get the long names? I made it the fuck up.
And it's really cool, and the idea that, you know, the fucking higher status you are, like, the more it's expected that your entire name be pronounced, etc., so on and so forth. Very cool, super sexy. Thank you very much, Alex, for just eventually, by default, pasting the names of things in chat so I can add them to the notes.
Hold on, let me spell that for you, and everyone just has a convenient place to write down their names.
God, you're the fucking best.
I'm gonna be doing that a lot in the Breath of the Wild campaign.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
cannot wait. Also, I have a little thrill of both appreciation and self-righteousness of, haha, yes, I'm so glad you fucking are willing to use my notes website. A little more restrictive than, you know, fucking OneNote, but it is not within the clutches of Microsoft, so there you have it.
There was
Which,
a deal for like a lifetime subscription to Microsoft products for $40, and I did not take it because fuck
Excuse me?
Microsoft. Yeah,
When?
like a week ago.
And you didn't tell them?
That seems so absurd. Like, no, trust me, I believe you, but like, oh, what in the fresh fuck?
Listen, a lot of the deal websites I went to and have mailing lists on
okay.
me once upon a time, usually they have really shit deals, but sometimes they have great deals. Like, I have Droppler, that's the thing I usually use to upload
Oh my god,
videos.
I'm still mad that I never took that Droppler deal that you posted about like 30 bajillion years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, unlimited storage for a lifetime straight up before they stopped offering that option.
Fucking
Absurd. Unlimited storage? Holy shit!
Insane. Imagine not having to deal with Google Drive or Backblaze or, you know, fucking whatever else. Still mad. I guess I should actually check the emails I get from fucking what's it called? Penguin something. Anyway, please get all your programs completely legally, etc., etc. I've never done anything bad in my entire life. Also, if you're interested in hosting a very cool and sexy place to put your notes or anything else that, you know, if perhaps you're in a D&D or other tabletop game and you want multiple people to access, go to evl.gg and they will set up a book stack for you and will be great. And if you say my name, I am sure that the proprietor of the site will give you a nice wink and discount. Anyway, don't worry about it.
Nice. Yeah. If you say
Not sponsored.
If you say Atlas's name 3 times, they appear in your book stack.
I appear in your book stack as an admin and fix your HTML. Do I have your permission to post the website itself?
You have permission, go for it.
Thank you.
That gives me some more time to think about how demon work. Because mostly demon phase, I thought about, oh, the mortuary assistant and the exorcist is a really spooky atmosphere that as long as you are very trusting with your players, and you make sure they have all the safety tools they need, that could be really fun and really spooky to play out. Because, like, what I like to call Christian spirituality horror is surprisingly effective. Stuff like Mortuary Assistant or, like, the Faith series by Erdorf. Really good demon-based horror movies. Not horror movies, horror games, what am I talking about? I'm very tired. I'm very sick. Eat your teeth.
Alright. I'll go grab my pliers.
If you say so.
Alright.
God, one of my coworkers casually mentioned pocket teeth, and so I, the fucking stupid idiot that I am, went on, like, the fucking homebrew page that does, like, the, you know, the formatting that makes it look like actual Wizards of the Coast homebrewing and made them pocket teeth. Stupid shit. Pocket teeth. It's, basically, it could completely arrest someone in their tracks depending on how much of a fucking weirdo they think you are.
Ah, the Sybil Cordova method.
Yes! Okay, I'm done with my plugging, but
Right.
God, yeah, no, fucking pocket teeth, Sybil Cordova nonsense. And also, I feel like a big part of, or at least a particular part of, well, I don't mean to speak for a number of us. However, it does seem that we generally tend to pull people within the English-speaking adjacent world, and as a result, fucking crazy Catholic shit is at least close enough to the cultural zeitgeist for people to have assimilated it into themselves in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah, that's just fucking effective, like you said. Holy shit. Like, you know, there are multiple different, you know, sects of religion, and, you know, especially, like, Christianity isn't the only thing, but if that isn't, like, a big-ass part of, quote-unquote, popular culture in some way, shape, or form, like, goddamn, it just writes itself.
Yeah.
Alex, have you ever heard of / watched a playthrough of a game called Priest, which is like a fucking NES styled game?
I know of Faith, I do not know of Priest.
It might be named Faith. Let me double check.
Never heard of either.
You know, it's Faith. It's absolutely Faith.
Yeah, Faith is one of the things I cited as the example, yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Sorry, I was in the midst of typing things. Holy shit, Faith is so good. It keeps getting developed. It's so gnarly. We love rotoscoping in this house. Mortis. Anyway.
Listen, you wouldn't think, like, Atari 2600 graphics would be scary until a naked, pure white dude runs at you on all fours screaming, "I have the body of a pig!"
It's to the point of I'm posting the Steam page in chat right now because it's fucking great. Insane, absurd. There's a demo. Take a look at it. Mortis.
Absolutely,
And
take a look
honestly, at it. Rotoscoping in a like pixelated fucking setting is just kind of inherently creepy as shit. So there's that.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely worth the play. Like, a full playthrough would take you about an hour of the first episode if you don't know what you're doing. Second chapter is a bit longer. Third chapter still in development, but it's real fun.
Honestly, even I've seen a number of playthroughs in terms of different streamers, and they've been pretty fucking good in terms of... So, yeah. Man, oh man. Possession. Legion.
Yeah.
Nonsense. Game design.
Game design. All right, so, yeah, Demon's main tools, breaking stuff, taking away resources that would be helpful, like burning them alive, turning them to sin, or turning them to empty husks, or straight up trying to advance the demon clock. Oh, you thought you were smart by summoning an actual demon to reduce the demon clock? Fuck you, idiot. We're gonna set it right back. Again, haven't thought of all the details and all the moves that demons can pull. We might look at moves later in the stream, because we're basically figuring out that way anyway, and by later in the stream, probably the next slide, quote-unquote. But demon moves, the ones that demons can do, the design philosophy is something gets fucked over.
Okay. Something, someone,
Yeah.
some nebulous concept, etc., etc.
Old Man Higgins.
Old Man Higgins. You know, if it wasn't in the 300 page backstory and in German, then you know, there's only so much you can do.
Also, yes, CC, this is a variant powered by the Apocalypse setting that we are making. Based on Brindlewood Bay, Scooby-Doo, and The Exorcist, basically, with a little dash of Phasmophobia in there. Because good artists make, great artists steal. Stealing concept is fun. Also, now that I'm thinking about it out loud, it might have been inspired a little bit by Cult of the Lamb, because that has a lot of, like, cult and satanic
Yo.
imagery.
Hell yeah. It's on my wish list. I'm gonna buy it eventually, I promise. It looks so good.
Mm-hmm. And saying that out loud, thought of another thing demons can do that the investigators have to fight against.
Oh?
They have cults. So the investigators have to find mundane solutions to prove that these cults definitely aren't worshipping demons.
But then I just want to join the cult.
Sounds
Okay.
like a you problem.
Hand over your character sheet.
Skill
Okay.
issue.
Alright, skill issue.
I actually did that once in a zombie apocalypse sort of tabletop game I was in. I just came to a point where like I was so sick of being in it that I decided to hand off my player to a cult.
Oof, I'm so sorry that happened, but also kind of hilarious.
I thought it would be cool, and then the DM killed her off in the next session. I was like, okay, bye.
Wow, that's bullshit. Listen. If this is just me as someone who's done this before, but like, if you're gonna do a whole thing where it's like, ah yes, previous player character goes evil or is completely corrupted, like, you could hand it off completely, or if your player is very cool and sexy and totally willing to do so, hand them a stat block or something else and tell them to just keep going. And that would be fucking tight as shit. Anyway.
Anyway. You are the demons.
I want to be where the demons are.
Okay, so Lantern, I'm seeing the story of why you're not allowed to have TNT, and I'm like, all good stories involve explosions or TNT in
I mean, come on.
Call of Cthulhu-based campaigns that I've read. Because there's that, there's Old Man Henderson, there's the inspiration for that one character in Arkham Horror, who was basically Indiana Jones, and whipped dynamite out of someone's hands into his own while it was lit.
What a Chad.
I would say yes on to choose your side, because you have to get to the actual demon part before you have to actually get to the part where there is no hope. But your
Yeah,
weapons
yeah.
are
And,
being a meddling kid.
Yeah, and Cece, because you haven't been here the whole time, the whole vibe of this game is it's Scooby-Doo adjacent, where you start out with like whole ass Scooby-Doo shit, and then, you know, next phase is ghosts, and then next phase is demons, so absolutely super pulpy until it gets absolutely fucking real.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Like, Mystery Inc., if their job was to prove that demons aren't real and to prevent knowledge of them from spreading, because if knowledge of them spreads, then demons get a better hold of you.
And also, J.K. Lantern, you know, I say this as charitably as possible, and please keep it between us, I say, between myself, Alex, Queen, and the 11 people watching this right now, and whoever else may potentially watch this in the VOD. Sounds like a skill issue on the part of your game master.
And a oop.
And
But you know, whatever.
mm-hmm. It is what it is.
I was going to ask something, but, however, I believe it would have been a part of another additional slide.
Alright.
Because, I mean, for your reference, Alex, since you're the one whose brain I'm picking at the moment, it would have been, so what exactly are the actions/options that you have when it comes to getting rid of said demon?
Ha 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 ha.
Next slide territory?
Next slide territory.
Let's fucking go. I'll wait for you to save that shit.
It's saved.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. She's super possessed because she's got a mustache.
What?
I just drew a mustache.
Hey! Take that off.
How else are you supposed to make her legally distinct, okay?
Listen, it's like there's a beard on evil Spock. That's how you know it's evil.
Oh my god.
All right. So, you summoned a demon into your mystery solving. So, your options for dealing with this demon would be finding a mundane solution that explains away the actual demon in the room. It's hard.
Oh, you can still do that? Okay.
Yeah. Technically, the demon is a holdover from, like, the last thing, who's also haunting the area. And it's going to be very difficult. It's a higher DC on the Rutro challenge rating. But the people you're solving the mystery for don't need to know that it's a real demon. If you have enough force of will and power of belief to prove that Old Man Munson was the demon all along, and you roll high enough, congratulations, Old Man Munson was the demon. But he was throwing hellfire. Old Man Munson was the demon.
Okay.
Like a ghost, you can also try to exorcise the demon. This is very dangerous, because if you fail to exorcise the demon, demon clock goes up, someone's probably gonna die. The demon is loose. There is nothing keeping it with you anymore. It is free to wreak havoc on the world at large if you fail an exorcism.
I'll ask that later.
All right. And then, like, third option for how to get rid of your demons. Now, you can't bust them like a ghost because they're too powerful, and releasing ghosts on demons helps but will not destroy them. So, the ghosts there are tools. So I'm trying to think kind of out loud what the third option for de-demoning would be.
Demoning.
Making a pact with the demon.
I was about to say making peace with in some way. Yeah, let's go.
You can't get peace with demons, but you can make deals with them. And they will be bad, and will likely involve sacrificing something precious to you. Or doing some atrocious act against man and God. But if you do it, the demon will go away.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
If I
Gotta love
may,
it.
and I'm gonna be a little bitch about it. But you had 3 options for a ghost.
Yes.
If I may suggest having more than 3 options for a demon.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it. That's the extent of it. I'm asking to. I'm basically saying I feel like it would be better to have additional options to get rid of a demon than a ghost, but I don't know what number 4 would be. So,
The fourth option is murder.
asking for a friend. The friend is me, but both to you two and also chat. What do you think a good number 4 would be for getting rid of a demon? Because at least mechanically speaking, it would make more sense. While it is much more difficult to get rid of a demon, you should have at least a few more options to do so.
Yeah.
Because we have your Monday solution, which is, alright, we explain away. It was Old Man, etc. song. We have the exorcism, which kind of goes into also the ghost aspect. We have Pax Deals, joined with the demon. Would it be possible to physically overpower the demon in some way? No. Please, before you laugh, consider. So we have, like, the more smarts aspect, we have the more, like, intuition aspect, like, perhaps, like, a physical aspect, because demons tend to possess physical bodies, as, thank you, chat, I look at you, directly says. Would that also be an option? I don't know. Floating it.
Okay, so yes, if you can imprison the demon, the body of the demon, and keep it away from any people or any method of jumping out of the body, because that, spoilers, but that is what happens in the mortuary assistant to the first mortuary assistant. She is imprisoned, she's buried beneath the mortuary, and her blood is being used to make anti-demon juice. So, if you can imprison the demon, which is like a variation of, okay, gang, let's build a trap for Old Man Munson. It all goes back to that. That could work. And it also provides a problem for later if, say, there's another demon and they opened the door that was keeping the other demon in. Yeah. There's another option that I joked about, but would technically work, and that's murder. If you can,
okay.
Yeah, if you can find a way to kill the body that's hosting the demon, and then, like, get out of there so that the demon can't hop and possess another body, you committed a crime, but the demon's not there.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Yep. So scrolling back up.
I'm loving you, chat. Cece, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Never ever
Doing great, Cece.
Stop talking. Thank you, Cece. Holy waterboarding the possessed character. Mwah. Chef kiss.
Yeah.
A+.
Sounds like it would be like a variety of exercise. That sounds fun. We could use that as like one of the stunts someone has. Oh, I have holy water, and holy water is useful for things such as exorcisms. So that could work. Sleepy says counter cult. Now, as a method in and of itself, probably the mystery solving gang would want to avoid that, because that would spread more awareness of demons. But
But
as a stunt, But as a stunt to spread, like, distracting propaganda, like being a Jehovah's Witness to keep eyes off the demons, maybe.
We ride our little bicycles.
Sorry, I interrupted.
I will say, no, you're good. You interrupted me interrupting, so truthfully, you were in the correction. However, I will continue, and that is, I feel like starting a counter cult would be a little too in depth for what we're going for in this game, right? We have our main objective of we stop the thing that is going on, and while there are a lot of potentialities and possible ways to stop said things, that gets a little too involved, perhaps, maybe. I don't know. I just live here. I guess what I'm trying to say is that perhaps ventures into maybe better suited for another game territory, question mark?
Question mark.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, and one of my goals usually when making tabletop RPGs is quick to pick up, quick to resolve things.
I'm so sorry you run 5e so much then.
Unfortunately, I run 5e, so...
My condolences.
I roll to solve the puzzle.
Oh, here's a question that it's not directly pertaining to demons, but I had the question, but then CC, our fucking main fella, reminded me of it. I believe I remember hearing mention of safety tools before. Like, did you have any particular ones in mind that you would perhaps think of in terms of this game, or?
Absolutely discuss lines and veils beforehand. Absolutely use the X card. Usually combinations of those two are a lot, which will let you know, hey, don't cross this line. Absolutely discuss, hey, these are demons, they have very foul mouths, they discuss horrifying concepts such as XYZ. So don't, out of the blue, drop your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Thank you. That's gonna go in out of context sometime in the future.
Yep. Yeah, basically, make sure that your players are in for a time where they can get spooked in the middle of G-Gang. Sure is nice of old Uncle What's-His-Face to invite us over to his mansion, but there's a ghost. Make sure they're okay with that kind of tone, and the fact that demons can interrupt that kind of tone. And make sure that they're good before and after every session. Because the way I would play these demons is mean.
Yeah.
The long and short is, talk to your fucking players.
Imagine talking to your player. Imagine having an issue and talking to your player. Please talk to your
God,
players. I'm begging
communication. Who's ever heard of that?
you. Don't wait until it's too late and you have to have a fucking communication intervention. That is the worst thing. And one of my greatest regrets ever. Just speak up if something. This is Atwas, your Uncle Atwas, talking to you from beyond the veil. If something makes you uncomfortable to the point of it is affecting you, in game, it's affecting your fun, don't attempt to be a martyr. Don't be the person who's like, oh, I can deal with it. Oh, I can, absolutely take this. Don't bother, because it's gonna get worse. It's gonna keep happening. Just do yourself, and also do every single other person that you're playing with a favor and speak up about things as soon as possible, because the longer you wait to talk about it, the longer you wait to address something, the worse it's going to be. So take it from me, if I say quote unquote if, but if you're playing with people that you're friends with, chances are they actually care about you and it's not that big of a deal, and people are more than willing to accommodate things if you're not feeling comfortable. So please take it from Boo Boo the Fool, me, myself, and I. Just say something. It's absolutely worth it. If you're playing with your friends, it's not going to be a problem. Just fucking, yeah. Use your safety tools, babes. And as I go off on my tangent in terms of CC, I generally agree with you, unless it is very well established before game of, once you reach this point, your PC belongs to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The thing about possession is the demons can do it, but I don't want them to be doing that every single move, because that would just suck. because the game is about everyone having fun, and if it's just, oh, I roll every time you do anything to try and possess you, that's not fun. Like, if a PC screws up badly and is facing down a demon without any sort of backup, without any sort of escape strategy, that's when a demon is most likely to possess them. So if you're playing smart, you won't get that possession risk all the time. That being said, I understand the concern about outright one-hit kills. And that's something to talk to the players about. My feelings on it are that basically, the longer it takes to make a character sheet, the worse I feel about one-hit kills. And for Powered by the Apocalypse, it'll take you like 5 minutes to make a character.
And of course, it's not saying don't talk to your players.
Yeah,
and also,
no.
like, what's really cool and sexy and super fun is that happens, and you, like, you know, DM or whatever, you send a secret note to your player and be like, hey, yo, do this shit. That'd be fucking sick. And then they're in on it. But, like, yeah. God. Definitely +1 on the character sheet time, because holy shit. You know, the fucking TTRPG of the hour, year, decade is 5e, and it takes for fucking ever to make a 5e character. However, Powered by the Apocalypse, you know, the game that I play, NGH, you fucking make your character in like minutes. Let's go. Just roll with it.
Yeah. All right.
As long, just communicate with the players anyway. Yeah. Ah.
Yeah. What's your name? Put 2 points in your stats. Choose a stunt. Do you want more demons or less demons? Go.
Kerblam.
Kerblam, baby.
Imagine being able to make a 5e sheet in under half an hour. Maybe if it's level 1, but why start a campaign at level 1 when you could start at level 3 anyway?
I say starting at level 1.
Hey, I personally do enjoy the lower levels of D&D. However, I also understand the consternation of people who have played the lower levels of D&D for so fucking long. I get it. Nah.
All right.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Consider Chaotic Evil. Start the game at level 2.
Me flipping through my little manual, metagaming as shit. Ah, yes, here's where my class features come online, but nobody else's do. Suck it, losers.
So, fighter or druid is what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh, also cleric with channel divinity.
Don't wizards get their
Oh yeah,
school
wizards
at
get
level
subclasses
2?
level 2 too.
Although wizards are a little less significantly, you know.
Yeah, wizards still get one shot by everything at level 2.
Yeah.
Pretty
God,
much.
some of the base adventures in 5e are just holy shit. You expect us to run this against level 1 adventurers and not have a TPK looking at you, Lost Mines of Phandelver, and the fucking goblin ambush? That's just 4 goblins, but holy shit.
There was an article I read once upon a time that I can pull back up because like we got time, we're just shooting the shit about some of the most unbalanced encounters in official D&D published books. And I think like a third to half of them were Curse of Strahd. And then there was one which was you fight 3 assassins.
God.
I still have Grandpa's Curse to Bad up on my Google search, so I need to look back up at that.
Beautiful. I remember in uni, a lot of the games I played with my friends, we'd start at level 3. But those were normally because we'd just come off another campaign and we didn't want to start rock bottom at the beginning. We wanted at least a little boost.
Right?
That's it.
And that's it. I cannot find the article. Oh well. Alright. 8 hardest fights in published D&D campaigns.
Oh, baby.
Alright. So, I guess spoilers for these D&D campaigns. So, alright. Curse of Strahd, Bone Grinder. Trio of Night Hags, yeah, I believe it. Because you're supposed to be level 3 or 4 and face down 3 Night Hags. Yeah. Number 7, Horde the Dragon Queen, 3 Assassins, which are CR8. And the stat block was originally planned to be CR3, and it just wasn't changed. So Horde the Dragon Queen, by accident, just destroys you. Because Horde the Dragon Queen stinks. The Manticore in Dragon of Icespire Peak, which is real mean, level 3 character that flies, has ranged attacks, and deals more damage than level 1 can take. Number 5, Baba Lysaga, Curse of Strahd again. Just straight up powerful mage, powerful dancing hut. Screw you. Descent into Avernus, Flennis the Necromancer, because she can cast Fireball! Which is, you know, really fun to deal with at low levels. Like, you have all the power when you cast Fireball. Surprise! So does everyone else who can cast Fireball. Number 3, Tomb of Annihilation, Acererak.
Oh my god.
I guess they didn't get the 9 gods! Get fucked, idiot!
Suck it, losers. Have you... You've... I'm pretty sure, Alex, and please correct me if I'm wrong, the only side you've been on that encounter has been the player side, yeah?
Yeah, my Tomb of Annihilation group lost to a T-Rex.
Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But just a recap since you BRB'd, before Acererak, Curse of Strahd, Bone Grinder, the Night Hags.
I've heard so many things about that one. Whew.
Yeah. Horde the Dragon Queen, the Assassins, which were in there by mistake, because originally Assassins were CR3 and now they're CR8.
CR's a lie anyway, but...
Yeah. Number 6, the Manticore in Dragon of Icespire Peak. Number 5, Baba Lysaga, also Curse of Strahd. Number 4, Flennis the Necromancer and her Fireball in Descent into Avernus. Number 2, Curse of Strahd again, the Coffin Maker Shop. 6 vampire spawn! 6 fucking vampire spawn!
I'll block that from memory.
Yeah. And number 1, Horde of the Dragon Queen, Blue Dragon.
Woof.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm a wuss for what I was thinking then. Okay, so I'm in a Rim of the Frostmaiden game, and we have horrendous luck with running into Yetis, because every time we run into a Yeti, it always kills at least one of us.
Oh my god. Like, regular Yetis? Not even abominable Yetis?
I don't know. They're just really tough, and they always kill one of us, to the point where I had a direwolf with me, and I've had to write him out of the campaign because she kept getting killed by the Yetis, so we kept having to waste Revivify spells on her.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just regular Blue Dragon, Lenathon, it says on the first day of adventuring, on a level 1 character has to deal 25 points of damage to an adult Blue Dragon. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I remember there are like ways around fighting Lenathon straight up in Horde of the Dragon Queen, whereas the Coffin Maker Shop is just a big fuck you. There's just like no reason to believe there are vampires spawned in the Coffin Maker Shop, and then there's 6 because fuck you. Anyway, those were, according to CBR, so it's a definitely trustworthy website, hardest encounters in published D&D modules. So those are the encounters that'll kill your players. My encounters that'll kill the players, as long as I talk to them about it. Possession. It's fun.
God, like I said, I hate to be the one person who's like, talk to your players, talk to your etc., but like, actually just talk to your players, because presumably you're playing with people that you enjoy and that you're friends with, and generally when you play with people that you're friends with, they're more than happy to, make accommodations or like vibe with you or roll with you or etc. Just
Yeah, I'm just gonna say outright, if you're in a position where you want to communicate but you're too scared to communicate, that's two things. It's either one, just communicate and it will be less bad than you realize, or two, if you're being made to feel like you can't say those issues, then you probably shouldn't be in the game.
Yeah. And it's difficult as someone with a significant amount of brain bugs, I will say for sure, where it's like, haha, I always feel like I cannot communicate because of said brain bugs. Just try anyway. And should things go wrong, it's not on you. And the majority of the time, if you play with people and you play with people in a game and they want to invite you into a game and play with you, they like you, and they like you and they care about you. So it's not, I don't want to say it's not that scary, because it's, oh god, it's terrifying. Trust me, been there, done that. Fucking terrifying, but it's worth the effort and chance, in my opinion.
Yep.
Sorry, I have a lot of opinions when it comes to that sort of dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Respecting others in the games is cool. Also, Onyx, the boss fight in FE where you cast Polymorph to turn someone into a giant whale. I believe that was Quintessa that I turned into a giant whale?
Oh.
What?
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
I wish I hadn't.
Yeah, it was against the Anunnaki boss fight.
Oh, yeah, I spent that time feeble-minded, so
You spent it feeble.
naturally, it was a good time. It was fucking great. I loved it. It was so good.
Yeah, strictly speaking, turning someone into a giant whale is a valid use of polymorph, because they can't move, and they've got an assload of hit points to burn through before they can turn back. Fun times.
Incredible. Can I just say, the best timing ever, speaking of communication, I just had one of my old DMs message me. I had to drop out of their game recently just to free up time and stuff. And they just messaged me saying, "Hey Queen, can we kill off your character?"
Let's go!
Straight to the point.
Hey, can we murder?
No.
Alright. So, those are some methods for fighting demons, I think. That is, 4 of them? 5 of them, actually, if we count murder. Which I think is a good amount of options for fighting demons, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I got this saved. So, I guess next slide we can think about, stunts and moves for meddling kids, ghosts, and demons. Just straight up some brainstorming, maybe?
I was
Sounds
about
good
to
to
say
me.
I have work early tomorrow, so I might need to duck out now.
Alright,
Okay.
yeah, that's fair enough.
Also, my doodles would probably be circles and brains and stuff. Now you said
No.
brainstorming.
No, it's so good. You have been the person who has been doing the doodles, which I very much appreciate. Thank you so much, Queen.
Here,
I've
I
just
will
been
draw.
taking shitty notes.
I will draw a brain before I leave. I don't know how to draw a brain.
Yes.
Yeah!
Right.
Draw an oblong orb and make it wrinkly. I guess if you're a plebeian who has a wrinkly brain, imagine having a wrinkly brain. My brain is pink, smooth, and above all, cute.
Nah.
So,
Aw.
Okay,
Oh
but
my god, beautiful.
Okay, but before we think of any stunts or whatever, I'm just flashing back to, on Twitter one time, I saw some absolutely awful Fakeamon, which fake Pokemon for those of you who don't realize. And,
Oh, yes.
yeah, and one set of them was going to be Regis, like Regice, Registeel, Regirock, for the entire set of Pokemon types. And for the Pokemon fighting type, I think the dude was going to be like, I'm going to draw a fist, and instead chose, no, I'm going to draw a brain. But it looked like neither one of those things. What it looked like was a scrotum.
Ah.
So as long as you don't want a scrotum, don't draw a scrotum, then I'll accept that's a brain.
Well, this definitely looks like far more of a brain than anything else, so
Yeah.
I think you're clear on that part.
I think you're clear. Also, no, Psychonauts is a different game system I'm working on. I mean, what?
What?
Oh?
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her.
Oh wait, this last part want to raise.
Huh?
It was out of backspace and then it stopped at the last P line. Alright, well enjoy your blue brain.
Alright.
Shall do.
Alright. Have a good night, Queen.
Yeah, good night
Good
guys.
night. Have a good day at work. Alright. I will pose a question to the chat for engagement purposes, and
Yes.
that is, what is your favorite tabletop system? You are allowed to say 5e, but you do get bonus points for saying things that are not 5e.
If it's 5e, there is no judgment. I do not mean to judge anyone by their favorite system, unless it's Fatal, in which case I will judge you harshly.
I may or may not have a person who is absolutely willing to run through Fatal character creation for complete funsies and also nonsense, and also we all have to be, you know, at least a little bit impaired in some way or another while we do so. But, that sure is a game that exists. Tenuously. Anyway,
I will say, to keep on this topic, I like 5e. 5e is fun. I'm getting real into Powered by the Apocalypse stuff, like Brindlewood
Hell
Bay
yeah.
and Monster of the Week, also pretty fun. There are some systems I'm looking into. I haven't fully done the research, but they vibe with me super hard, so I want to one day run some systems, or not some systems, some games with it. I just need to look up what they're called. There's Broken Compass, which is basically Uncharted or Indiana Jones as a tabletop system. The whole go to places, raid the tombs, don't consider the ethics of this in 2022, the system. They are...
it's okay. Things are allowed to be products of their time. That's
Things can be
fine.
products of the time. I'm allowed to like Indiana Jones.
Correct.
And then there's one cyberpunk one that I'm scrolling through my completely unorganized list of things to try and see what the name of it is, because it's a good cyberpunk one because it focuses on, hey, prosthetics and stuff don't dehumanize you, they are tools. They don't sap your humanity or whatever, because that's a dumb stat, but they do come with adware. And also the corporation's the bad guys, remember?
Yeah, you know, like it was. I have opinions. Was it Sprawl? Asks Cece.
No, it's not Sprawl. It's 2 words, and I am.
No, it is not Shadowrun. I can tell you right now.
It's definitely not Shadowrun.
Shadowrun is a, as we say, a hot fucking mess. Jesus fucking Christ. Huh!
No, it's 3 words. It's Hardwired Island. It's called Hardwired Island.
Island.
It's basically cyberpunk 90s style.
Let's go. Yeah, no, Shadowrun is a, listen, I've read through the Shadowrun rulebook probably at least 5 times, and boy, howdy, there's a lot going on there. Which, oh.
Another one I like is Cthulhu Dark.
Yeah.
Which is-
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, an even more simplified version of the Gumshoe system, which I also like, because Gumshoe is another really fun mystery-solving one, because you just get the clues. You don't need to roll to see if you get any clues, it just happens.
Gay blacksmiths.
Mm-hmm. I love mysteries, but I want players to be able to solve the mysteries!
Imagine. I am saying this as a completely, nebulous imagine, I promise. God, imagine not having a vital clue or vital piece of information tied to one specific dice roll. Yikes.
Yeah.
Always at least 2 or 3 breadcrumbs going back.
Always have more than one way to get to the mystery if there is a chance of failure.
I will personally say I do, because I am a person who runs just a few things, but gets really into the few things that I run. I do like the 1+ system from Wedding Games because of Never Going Home. Just a lot of player agency when it comes to things like roles and stuff like that. There's a lot of strategy to be had in how you use your resources, which I very much appreciate. So that's my big, this is good stuff there.
Real good stuff, yeah.
Ooh. I do have a question for you, Alex.
Yes.
So, how do you feel about the newest, which is the Coast D&D 1 playtesting stuff, and it's totally not Pathfinder, Source 2, just trust us?
I have actually not looked at it. Yeah.
I don't blame you.
I have seen reactions to it. Some actual reactions and some anti-woke reactions, so I can completely toss those out of the window.
Woof. If I may inflict you with knowledge, they not even significant. A portion of it is moving a lot of the main ability score modifiers, moving that from being race to being background, which I think is kind of neat. But it's also that's just Pathfinder, baby.
Yeah. I also heard they tried yet again to make the Heaven Touched race, only it's furries now.
Hey, as I put my finger on my nose and I point at you and listen, you fucking let me have my weird fucking bizarre fucking race. On God, as soon as I have my cadre of kobold for every single class, you fucking believe me. Yeah, no, I think the new race is kind of cool because it's the whole vibe of the like the Azamar are neat, but I like having at least a bit more variety when it comes down to it. And sorry to interrupt, but I really did want to shout this out in chat real quick. Thank you, CC, for providing the additional systems. God almighty, I am always looking for additional systems because not everything needs to be slapdash, hackneyed into another system. I very much appreciate it. So yeah, anyway.
Yes. These are very good ones, CC. I'm just gonna read them out loud for the sake of people who are watching the VOD. Psychological in rough order. After the War, Sent into Midnight, Bluebeard's Bride, Girls Underground, Noir World, and then for Hijinks, No Country for Old Kobolds.
You got my attention.
Mm-hmm. And the whole lot of G-Show, it's one-page RPGs. One of my favorite one-page RPGs that came out recently is called Fucked Up Little Man, which is basically you play as Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring NPCs, and also like make a little world or the
That's
chosen
right.
undead
Yeah,
fucked up
that's
little
right.
man to go
Fuck
through.
yes. Let's go.
Yeah.
And like people take turns at being like the fucked up NPCs who just say obscure nonsense.
The
yes.
fucked up little man, are
Maidenless, I
you?
see. Maidenful, are you? Well, the
Yes.
truth is, only virgins can really. Anyway. Woo! Yeah. God, no. That was such good A+ nonsense. Fuck yes.
They also didn't include half elf and half orc anymore. I saw that, and I also saw the sidebar about that, which was very clunky way to handle it. Like, just say,
Why?
hey, sometimes races interbreed. Rather than they couldn't decide if it's a magical and rare thing that should be celebrated, and it's inherently special to be an ambassador between the two races, and then deciding not that, and it's really weird, and just, like, man, sometimes an elf and an orc fuck! That's it! Sometimes you just have a kid, you know?
You know, it's just one of those things. It happens. A+, and this is
Yeah.
why I think Eberron is the superior setting in D&D to Forgotten Realms, and Greyhawk, leave me alone.
Listen, the only people who should care about half races in my games of D&D are the racists. Everyone else, man, who cares? You're a people. You're people. You just happen to have parents of different species. Doesn't matter to me. That's my view on it, as someone who's just a white
yes.
guy on the internet.
I know people who defend Eberron greater than Forgotten Realms with their life, and they're correct.
They are correct.
I mean, what? What?
What?
Yes.
What? That's a nice Dagron we got here.
Thanks. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. I figured I should probably sketch something since Queen's not here anymore, so I'm just vibing.
Yeah, we're just kind of vibing, discussing TTRPGs. I think we came in here to brainstorm and then discussed systems instead.
Well, I mean, hey, that's some brainstorming. Anyway, I have a lot of opinions on the idea of having a dedicated virtual tabletop and what that means for games and tabletop in general. Anyway, in this essay,
And as I haven't even touched that part of it.
Oh, God. So, obviously, a lot of things haven't happened yet. However, So, Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons and Dragons very, very obviously have the lion's share of any sort of, IP that there is when it comes to tabletop, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. D&D being big is good insofar as D&D being big means that other things by definition also are big. More people will come into them, more people will come into the hobby, etc., etc., etc. However, the main virtual tabletops that you have now, you have Roll20, you have Foundry, and you have D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond being the only one that is very specifically D&D 5e orientated. So my concern is that having that very much official Wizards of the Coast virtual tabletop, because let's be real, even if D&D Beyond hosts character sheets, it's not really a virtual tabletop. But when it comes to the point of it being a virtual tabletop, it will, in some way, shape, or form, even if it's not competing directly when it comes to games outside of D&D, it's still competing with the user base, if that makes sense. Because at least with Roll20, at least with Foundry, it's like, oh, hey, shit, there are options, there are other games, there are other systems out there, as opposed to it's D&D, and D&D is D&D. And then, additionally, when it comes to that, with D&D and Wizards of the Coast being the main game in town, when it comes to their specific branded virtual tabletop thing, is, microtransactions, maybe, because you and I are both Boopy the Fool if we potentially think that that's not going to be a thing. And, what's the what are the fucking, what complications are there going to be? Like, what fucking assets will you have access to? How many, homebrewed rules are you going to have access to? And basically what I'm saying is that D&D culturally has gotten so much of a market share that I'm a little bit concerned that also physically and technologically it's going to spill over and negatively impact basically everything else, to the detriment of people and anybody who runs things that aren't 5e. Because let's be real, Roll20 is a great website that offers an exceptional free product. However, I can only imagine how much of that is built on that spine of D&D 5e. Like, there are options, yes, and you can have custom sheets and custom mechanics. However, to have proper custom sheets and custom mechanics, you have to fucking pay them, and etc. and etc. Anyway, I am a cynical bitch is basically what this entire rant has been getting at. So yes, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna shut my mouth for now.
We learned things today.
The thing that you learned is Atwas occasionally does not shut the fuck up.
Hey!
So, there you are.
Yeah, one day I might, hey, it's gonna be content. I'll live react to D&D 1, the announcement of it, years after everyone else did.
Oh my god. I will say, Wizards of the Coast absolutely did try to do an exclusive virtual tabletop that paired directly with 4th edition.
Yep.
And 4th edition was built to work well with that virtual tabletop, which it did for its, for a positive there, but woof.
Big
yeah,
oof.
I don't know, man. I have opinions about 4th edition, how there are certain things that I think are very cool and sexy, and, certain aspects that they may or may not be pulling into D&D 1, and then the whole, what do you mean backwards compatible with everything? Everything you say? There are so many things. D&D 5e has been out since, I checked my watch, God, 25th? Prior to 2015, I think? When did that shit come out? Ugh. CC, I don't particularly care about stuff that requires figures to be moved on a map. Well, in that case, Dungeons & Dragons is not for you, because its fucking origin is from Wargame.
Yep.
Which are just straight up, we follow that thread back all through, D&D to chainmail to fucking Prussian war games before the 19th century. So help me. Yeah, no. I also am one who kind of vibes more towards Theater of the Mind. Although specifically D&D combat is a very fun puzzle for me particularly. But yeah. Anyway. My apologies. I already said that I would do it. Anyway.
Anyway.
Here's Wonderwall.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall. We were going to do stunts at one point.
Stunts!
Never heard of them.
I mean, we could... never heard of her. I mean, if you want to, I'm sure we could still do so. I mean, shit, I've got time.
Sorry, head is empty. Only one thought, and the thought is awesome van.
So true, bestie. Chaos Van, never heard of her.
Never.
Anyway. Spoilers? Not here. Not in this Christian Minecraft server.
Nope.
Heavily sarcasm.
Technically it is a Christian Minecraft server because we're fighting against the demons.
No. So true. Oh god, I used to know the command right off the top of my head. Fuck. There's a source mod command that turns the I think it's like party mode or something like that. Turns the funny, haha, bloody gibs into confetti and etc. But anyway, Christian Minecraft server. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm. Christian Minecraft server. So we gotta include stunts for it being a Minecraft server as well. We're avoiding copyright all the other terms, but fuck you, we're directed at putting Minecraft in.
Okay, fine. Stunts. We have at least Cool Van. Second stunt, we have at the very least Endless Corridor, door. Heavy emphasis on door there.
Door.
I don't necessarily know what it does. You know what? Maybe. Endless Corridor and the whole idea of, like, you know, going in and out of the doors multiple times. Maybe it would allow you to use a clue more than once. As long as you could, you know, justify in two different ways that the clue could be used, you could still use the same clue as, you know, two of itself in terms of whatever exorcism or mystery solving, etc.
So, like, you can recontextualize the clue after it's already been recontextualized.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Even perhaps in the same move.
Yeah. What are stunts as a mechanic? In a bunch of Powered by the Apocalypse games, there's, like, special things your character can do. Like in Brindlewood Bay, there's a move you can take for your grandma where you can check it off, and this thing like once per session, if you're doing something daring and physical, you can automatically take 12. Or there's one where it's like you have abilities on hand to disguise yourself. Those are stunts. So, stunts in this case would be you own an awesome van, you can go through doors over and over again and go different places. You can recontextualize clues after they've already been recontextualized to use in exorcisms and whatnot. Things like that.
I think maybe a move could be like something along the lines of calling in the authorities, where it'll give you an advantage on, you know, anything you do in the kids phase, but maybe a disadvantage on anything you do in the ghost or demon phase.
Velma calls in the cops on LeBron James.
Oh my fucking god, no, I mean, yes, but God.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Hey man, listen, as I said it, it wasn't a bad idea, okay? Leave me alone.
It's alright. Yeah, but like calling in the cops to give you a bonus on trying to end the meddling kids phase, because with them as your witness, it'll be much easier to get someone. But like, if you fail, the cops are like, holy shit, kids, there's a demon murder!
Which, I mean, potentially, like, it could make the meddling kids phase a whole lot easier, but if you fuck up, it could make all the subsequent phases way harder, I suppose. Just to have a little bit of give and take, per se.
Yeah, imagine if the demon possesses someone with a gun.
Oh no, how terrible.
There's this game called, like, the Shadow Melody or the Dead Melody or something like that, which has permadeath and characters that can come back as revenants that are possessed by the evil presence after they're dead. And one of them is a cop with a gun. So if he gets possessed, there's just this mechanic where you hear a gun being cocked in any room and you just get shot if you don't leave immediately.
That's so fucking stupid. I love it so much. Oh god.
The demon stunt of gun.
Should be a stunt, just gun.
Gun.
I mean, hey, if van is a stunt, why shouldn't gun be a stunt?
Gun. Yeah. The demon has access to a lethal weapon of some kind. Oh yeah, there's a mechanic. You can, like, summon the demon, which is already a decrease to the demon time counter. But if you want to decrease it even more, you can allow the demon to have some stunts too, including gun.
Oh my god. Okay, that's some like sidebar shit that you put in the source book. That's like advanced play nonsense. You know?
Yeah. Apparently stunts come from Fate Accelerated. Don't remember encountering them in Powered by the Apocalypse. They're probably called something different. I call them stunts for shorthand.
Oh god, I think they're called moves generally in most of the Powered by Apocalypse games. Or if not moves, it's like the specific like word hard abilities that you have access to. It's definitely stunt is not a technical term, as one might say.
Monster of the Week. Wow, it's not in my unorganized file. Who would have known?
Wow.
If it's called moves, yeah, sure, then it's moves. And I'll use that in the official book, but I always say stunts to differentiate between stuff that's special like that and I look at this clue. Because it feels like it should have a different name. Hold on, let me move the brain real quick.
Roger. I'm just, like I said, I'm just kind of fucking around, so as we chat.
As we chat and discuss. Sorry, I swear I heard my smart home assistant go off, and I'm like, what the hell?
What in tarnation? How dare you insert smart home assistant named here?
There's multiple.
Oh god, they're multiplying.
Mm-hmm.
They really are, though.
Yeah, that's just one of my bigger gripes with Powered by the Apocalypse. Surely there's a better name than moves for these things that you can do. Surely you can't just call them all varieties of moves, because I'm like, that doesn't inspire awesome thinking.
We do a little flavor here. We add a little zest, you know?
Mm-hmm. So if I'm legally required to call them moves, sure, whatever, but I bet I'm not.
Yeah, I doubt you're honestly legally required to do anything other than, you know, some attribution, but...
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just thought of a really dumb, cheesy idea for a special move. The skeleton appears. Yeah.
Okay.
There's just a skeleton gets added to the haunt. It could be animated, it could just be a regular skeleton, you don't know. But it's spooky and it's distracting, and it can be used for a variety of purposes. Like, oh, the skeleton is a clue I recontextualize it at. The skeleton is being used as a haunting tool. By Old Man Munson.
Would you say that it would be a spooky, scary skeleton?
Yes. It's a spooky, scary skeleton. NPCs have shivers set down their spine when witnessing the skeleton that appears.
Excellent. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. God. Chat, this is completely unimportant, but I just really want you to know that at my local, you know, strip mall, there was already a Spirit Halloween completely in place and ready to go in August.
Yeah!
Which I'm not complaining, but it was still impressive. So, there you go.
you wouldn't have van move. Like, yeah, I'm not saying just the ability to own a van in and of itself is a move. You probably have some mode of transportation. The van move lets you be like an awesome driver with the van, or incorporate the van as a bonus into rolls. That's the purpose of van move. Whereas gun move means like, oh, the demon has more chances to do very fatal or very bad damage, rather than it's just that the demon owns a gun. Now I don't... going back, rolling it back to Spirit Halloween, I think there were some in town that were ready to go in August. Spirit Halloween, don't screw around. It's just, I rarely go outside, so I can't confirm.
Just so valid. Honestly, the only reason that I am aware of said fact is that my therapist's office happens to be, like, on the second floor of the fucking local mall.
Nice.
So I am, burdened by the knowledge. You know, my current, okay, you know, there's a Spirit Halloween there, fine. At this point, I'm like, man, how long will that take to transform into one of, like, the fucking shitty Christmas seasonal shops? God.
Spirit Christmas.
Oh my god. Here's another fun one. Basically right below the staircase that leads up to the second floor to my therapist's office, there is a machine that looks very, very close to what one might call an ATM machine, but it's a fucking cryptocurrency machine specifically for Bitcoin USA, where you could technically buy Bitcoin. It's the most nonsense shit ever.
Oh my god!
Like, the fucking upcharge on buying Bitcoin from them is absolutely absurd, and I just like, wow. This really is a physical implement in the world that we live in right here, right now, in the year of our Lord 2022, and I just... The three Christmas spirits, they're called Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm.
God.
It's the Ghost of Christmas 3.0!
It's no longer a blockchain and proof of work. It's actually, we're moving to proof of stake, which is far more environmentally friendly. Thank you very much. What do you mean the main branch of Ethereum isn't moving to proof of stake? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, blockchain, scary. Technology, scary. I'm burdened with the knowledge of how blockchain works.
Yeah, I had proof of steak yesterday. I had a steak last night and it was delicious.
Hell yeah. What cut?
Ribeye.
Fuck yeah, let's go. You like some good bones in this household.
Yeah. Listen, man, it's ribeye or go home. I'm a Texas boy.
Thinking about fucking Ohio advertising their state, fucking Austin, Texas. God, imagine renting out billboards to advertise your state in another state. Can't be me.
Amazing. Sick of Texas? Come to Ohio. You know, I was considering right up until...
Literally, like, the majority of their fucking billboards were cost of living, like, keep Austin weird. How about keep cost of living low, move to Ohio? Shut the fuck up. Nobody. Still, I hold up the fucking binoculars to my face, still looking for the person who asked.
Ooh. Yes.
Oklahoma has also been advertising in other states. Woof.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's not Ohio, so they have that going for them, but like, same one right now.
Okay, but now I'm just imagining advertising for other states in the airports of other states.
Oh
like,
my god.
Welcome to Florida. Come on down to sunny Georgia instead.
Oh, this is your reminder that Oklahoma's state vegetable is watermelon.
Yep. But that's not a vegetable. I know.
Oh, we're aware.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point. That's the reason I hold that fun fact within my brain to torment Bert Ingles over it constantly. Because it's fucking stupid. You don't see ads for other states where you are. You're good for you. Texas does have a coast. Texas has a significant coast. It's called the majority of the Gulf of Mexico.
We have a lot of the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah. I mean, there was the whole, like, awkwardness of Galveston was, like, a really cool and sexy place to be until, like, 1900 rolled around, and then that massive hurricane occurred and literally wiped it off the map.
It's back! It's windy as hell, but it's back.
Yeah. A lot of Okies I know tend to go to Galveston. I mean, they're in Oklahoma. Galveston is probably the closest coast there is to them, so I don't blame them.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay. CC coming in. Do you have any character archetypes / playbooks made up for the game?
This is the game. The aim of this one is to be simpler to make a character, so everyone has access to every one of the meddling kid stunts. There are no playbooks or archetypes.
Yeah, so more Brindlewood than anything else.
Yeah, Brindlewood is the primary source of inspiration here for how it runs in the meddling kids phase. And also kind of in the ghost phase.
Ish.
Yeah, Brindlewood doesn't have archetypes, and I had zero problems with that.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. The archetypes are what you make of them, all things considered. I will say, if you did want to go for archetype, I could see, like, an argument for being, like, human versus mascot, I suppose.
Yeah.
But that would be... I don't know.
That's the first expansion. How to play as talking dog or mascot. For just
How can I
$20 more, you
Scrappy-Doo?
can get these additional rules. As a talking dog, you gain the ability to karate kick a demon in the face. Actually, no, it was, I believe, karate kick a quarterstaff so it flies through the air and then hits a demon in the face.
God.
Yeah. There are also rules to play as Professor Pericles, if you want that kind of mascot character. Yeah, for reference, Professor Pericles is a Nazi parrot from Mystery Incorporated.
Oh, thank you very much for the background. That it sure is something.
Mm-hmm.
That sure is information that I am now aware of.
He's basically Hannibal Lecter, if Hannibal Lecter were the mascot of a mystery-solving team.
Kinda love that, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Absurd, but love it.
Absurd, but it's really creepy. Surprisingly, very, very creepy in the show.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah. If it isn't Mystery Incorporated, maybe you will solve the mystery of how this nice young guard's hand got duct taped to his stun gun. Yeah, basically he sounds like that through most of the show too, so if you like creepy Germans, then the Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated of all shows has them.
Oh, do you know me or do you know me? Let's fucking go.
Let's go!
I am more inclined to sympathetic Germans as well as creepy ones, so that's just me. But still,
Well,
let's
Pericles is not sympathetic at all.
Well, in that case, I mean, fucking Paris, am I right?
Yep. Well, it looks like we are just about at time. Thank you all for joining us and vibing with us as we did some making of a system and some just kind of vibing around. Characters do have stats. I think you came in after we did the meddling kids phase, but they have like 3 stats with placeholder names, and it's basically as simple as add the number on your stat to whatever you roll for 2d6.
Yeah. It was basically physical, mental, emotional is generally the stat
Yep.
Insert names here for legal distinction.
Yeah, because we decided to use Ruh-roh and Zoinks for other things.
Exactly.
But yeah, thank you very much. Hopefully in this time slot I will be able to do more streaming. I'll be streaming a variety of stuff. Some workshops like looking at homebrew for D&D 5e, because spoiler alert, I play a lot of D&D 5e. Some homebrew making a system. Some one-shot games. I know this time slot is eventually going to be when the Breath of the Wild game plays. But until then, we're just gonna enjoy streaming, talking about tabletop games. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you next week. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.